Ladies and gentlemen, it's TSM and G2 as Richard said, and I'm here with Fifth Laren. Fifth, how are you doing? And what do you think about this matchup here? There was a lot of people on the panel there favoring, only everyone favoring TSM. You gonna double down on that?
I mean, I don't understand how G2 actually left Dust2 in the map pool versus TSM out of everyone.
Yeah, it's actually, what's really weird is it seems like so many teams that used to be good on Dust2 have kind of stopped playing it, but you're right, TSM are probably still one of the best teams in the world at it. Maybe they just think this is a free-for-all map. Anybody can be pretty good on Dust2, and, you know, we're feeling confident. We've got the strength for it. We're going to try and do it. They're going to start on the terrorist side, and TSM on that CT side. They've got the USPS, and it is a deadly weapon, specifically on Dust2. There's such a long range. Those Glocks are hard to get close with, so looks like they're going to go for a very explosive play on Catwalk here and see if it's going to work out. We might not have a lot of time to talk here. It's a minute and 10 seconds, and already the grenades raining in, and here comes the push. Sipnik's looking for the opening shot. He's going to get one there. Cajun's gone. Second headshot for Sipnik's, and he's going to get a chance to reload. Carrigan picking off one. There's the USPS in action. Just they can't close the distance with the Glocks. Carrigan picking up one more headshot, and Jacob going to be last man left. Carrigan has shut it down with the triple headshot, and that will be TSM picking up the pistol, and we are off to a very swift beginning.
Yeah, that's actually a very it's a rough strat for G2 to actually pull off, because they only had one flashbang to just cover up the initial push onto Catwalk. But the thing is, TSM having the USPs, yeah, they get flashed, they push back a little bit, but again, it's long range, so they have plenty of time to just be able to tap by the time they get to the bomb site. They need to at least have like a B split or an A split there, at least like maybe two come out, sneak out long perhaps after the flash.
Something could have, I mean, maybe they were also all focused on the Catwalk, so, you know, TSM didn't have to look anywhere else. I think they did the math quickly and realized that everyone was going to be there. Now it's almost all tech now, except for Fox, which is a big indication. There's a lot of people who could op on this G2 team, but right now it seems like maybe they're going to have Fox do it.
Yeah, and I mean, I was going to see, he did not get, well, they only got one frag, so I think they actually decided to have Fox on that, because I think this is his best map when he actually ops.
Yeah.
Dating back in when he was playing for Kick, you know, playing versus these guys, especially on Fox with the op, he used to be very good on this map with the positioning, you know, push the aggressive Catwalk, getting that pick, and then just fall back. So yeah.
I absolutely agree. Dupree up here, not going to have too much of a challenge with the P9. He's spraying a hell of a lot. And getting the double cage and picking up one as well. But Michael doing great work here with the Tech 9 and armor and making this round expensive for TSM. See if they can get another kill. They'll overwhelm Device. And now the Danish side definitely slipping up a lot here. And G2 going to see if they can actually bring it all the way home. That would be a big turnaround here for the underdog team. Rain, Michael Current with a triple kill, looking for a little bit more. And you can tell that Sipnik and Carrigan are getting a little bit worried. Going to be the refrag there. Carrigan charging in. He's out of bullets. Pulls out the pistol. Michael in the corner. Looking for the shot. Carrigan goes down. It's the ace. Michael picks it up. And that's G2 coming right back in. What a round here for the Swedish player. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, getting the ace there with the Tech 9. I'm so surprised they didn't get that kill with the M4 there. Oh, wow.
A lot of bullets. And almost none of them hit at the end there. One Tech 9 and a bit of a dream, I guess. That was a stunning round from Michael. That's the way you want to start if you're playing what might at the moment be the best team in the world. Third round is coming up here, and the Danes, maybe not a big sign of respect here. 3 Deagles, Scout, C-Set, 75 and some armor. They're not going to give up on these early rounds.
I actually don't quite agree with this buy, though. They ended up losing that. They know, well, they know they're going to have to double save anyway, but at least make sure that you have some money to work with, because you're gonna end up saving next round, but the round after that you're not gonna have enough money for, you know, everything that you may want, an op, maybe all the grenades. You can't afford that.
Yeah, and some of the grenades are really important. We've seen how important the grenade and Molotov combo at long has been lately, and IP started doing that a lot with, you know, Molotoving and grenading Longhouse, which is exactly where G2 are coming out now. So if you don't have those in, well, not the next round, but then the one after that, you might be in some trouble. So far, Carrigan has gone down, not too much damage being returned, and we'll see if Cajun can find somewhere to play around with that Scout. That would certainly be very helpful right now.
Yeah, and I mean, the idea is when you have a map like Dust2, when you can have so many long distance having the Scout, and then you want like 5 stems or C-sets just to like clear off when they come very close distance, but that really didn't happen until now.
Oh, Dupree and Device picking up a kill each, and G2, they threw a smoke that wasn't covering everything, and then they just wanted to run by anyway. Mikelele might have to do this all on his own. Getting a double kill already, but Dupree with a nice headshot on Fox, taking him down. Mikelele clicking away, gets one, finally goes down to Device, but Jacob, is he going to want to go for it? 9 seconds left, he jumps right down, he gets headshot by Device. Oh no, it's down to 4 health and a triple kill here on the man we just saw his highlight video. I don't know if he's been out running in the rain before we started this, but that was a nuts round from him.
Yeah, I mean, they took a gamble with the Deagle buys. You saw there, I mean, it really paid off. And G2 with basically no time to work with at the end. And Jacob just had to basically just drop down to his death. And Mikelele did not have to peek that, though. He could have just taken a bomb and planted it. Instead, he wanted to take the duel, and he ends up, you know, he got punished for it.
Maybe the extra confidence from the ace, you know, feeling like we're fired up, we're ready to do this. Now TSM back in the game, not the best buy here, and I kind of see why G2 will want to buy here, just to try and see if they can shut them down early, and they're on the terrorist side, so it's less of a risk, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure, and I mean, you can see there on G2's, and they only have this one flashbang again, and considering the positioning that they have, actually Fox is just out catwalk, just taking a peek. I would love to see the same strat, kinda. Do they have a smoke in mid? They don't, they're just walking out.
Oh, yeah, Dupree might be in a lot of trouble here. He's got no grenades, so he can't really get out of this corner. Mikelele missing the first shot. Dupree actually making back around. He's going to go for the charge here. Cajun hitting a headshot, but it's a double return here for the terrorist side. Device hiding in the corner, spraying furiously. Couldn't see a thing. Perfectly timed flashbang, and Rain is going to end up taking him down. Bomb being planted. 2 versus 3. Should they be going for this right now? They look like a team that's wanting to try and see if they can get the retake here. I guess if they can get an early kill, and they are going to take down Jacob, but Fox covering up a dark, and in a second he said no one is coming. Rain in the back lines here doing the damage, but Cajun hitting one more headshot up for a triple kill. Now they're going to almost line up, but Carrigan, did he just pre-fire that corner?
Yeah.
What on earth is going on? This match seems like it's starting on sort of a level where most matches finish.
Yeah, and just looking at it, so I mean, look at the scenario we've had, right? So we had TSM win the pistol, G2 won the force buy, then TSM wins their force buy, and then again now G2 just ends up winning their force buy. And one of the main issues there for G2 is that Jacob actually just kept on peeking the B gates when it was a 3-on-2. You didn't have to peek it. He goes down, it ends up in a 2-on-2, because you were just talking about, like, should they really be going for this? When you get that initial pick, yes. If it's a 2-on-2, you go for it.
Right, so just enough time, and I mean, yeah, they ended up making that work. Jacob maybe a little bit too aggressive with the early peek there. Device hiding in the corner, and he's going to be caught by Fox and Rain. Cajun not really afraid in the middle, and he's going to be a little bit careful. At least they do only have armor on one person right now, and this should be one of those cleanup rounds where TSM can start to build sort of a very basic economy for themselves. Mikelele, only man left with a Glock as well. So probably going to be 4-1 here, mid-air headshot. What's the plan now for G2? How can they get back in?
Well, they do have a lot of money. We can actually potentially see an op on Fox's side, and yes, we will do just that. So now it's just about, well, you know, for the first 5 rounds of the game, we haven't really seen any default rounds. We haven't really seen anything at all, and yeah, double op coming in from TSM. So I would just love to see a regular default round here from G2, because especially now when TSM have 2 ops. Look at that.
All right, Fox opening up and taking down Device. Definitely a strong start here. If ever there was an opening frag you'd want to land on someone here on TSM, it'd probably be Device going down. Mikelele does get refragged by Dupree with an AWP, which is something that we've seen every once in a while. It seems like Dupree has sort of a, you know, fantasy of becoming like a star op or so. Whenever he sees the shot, you know, he's going to try and take it. Jacob hasn't actually killed anyone yet, but I'm not sure that's, you know, necessarily him underperforming. Maybe just the fact that he's been in some weird situations, I think.
Yeah, I mean, throughout, like I said before, throughout the first 5 rounds, it's just been very unorthodox play from both teams. So I'm sure he's gonna get rolling in a few rounds.
If they can make this push work, then having Jacob in the middle is going to be worth its weight in gold, because whoever rotates through middle is going to have to deal with him before they could do anything else. But first, they got to get through Cajun B. No one's coming catwalk, so he's got a lot of time to shoot down here. Shots down Fox early on, and now it's back into a 3 versus 3. Putting up a couple of grenades, and Cajun very paranoid about what's happening over at catwalk, while Jacob going out into the middle, taking down Sipnik. Strong kill there, and bringing it back in favor of G2, at least for the moment. Cajun's still up here, and he's going to take one more kill, making it a double. And Dennis, last man left. Cajun sees it coming. It's going to be the triple as well. Nice hold. No damage at all taken on him. And could they have done more G2 to stop Cajun up there, or was he always going to be in that good of a position?
No, they should. As soon as Jacob actually got the kill onto...
Fox early on?
Yeah, Jacob actually got the kill in CT spawn. I believe it was on Zipex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as he gets that kill, the G2 members should just... They should storm the A-bomb site. Yeah, they know that Cajun B is there because they got the first initial op shot onto Fox. But yeah, you need to just swarm that guy now because you know that CT spawn is completely empty.
Cajun not missing a step here, dropping the bomb at top mid. It is an armor here with around here with almost no armor left on anybody, and Device also chiming in, stumbling a bit there. Device with a double kill, and Dennis and Michael left 2 versus 5 at the moment. And I don't know, it seemed like there was a lot of trading going on in the beginning, but all things considered, we are up to 6-1 scoreline here. I mean, are TSM at a point where they're getting too much control over the game?
I wouldn't really, yeah, maybe soon, but then again, I mean, the G2 rounds that they have actually won and also lost has been extremely close. But yeah, it's getting to the point now where when you have TSM, especially we were talking about how good they are on Dust 2, if they get so many rounds early on the CT side, they're just gonna run away with it, I feel like.
Fox back to AWPing, blind shot through the middle, not going to connect with anybody. In the meantime, they are very aggressive. Michael being up here or Catwalk already is a fast, you know, really early in the round to be taking that kind of position. Normally, you have to get a lot of control before you try and do it. So right now, they're at least learning something about the Danish setup here.
And just looking at positioning of TSM, if the G2 actually decides to just push out Catwalk here, it's going to be a very good situation for him.
Yeah, Cajun, potentially the only one to stop them. He's got a Molotov, but usually that won't cover all of Catwalk. People are going to keep running anyway, at least if they realize he's going to be alone. Moving back to long might be a little bit safer for him. Looking for the early shot, but the flashbangs are going to help out. Are they going to try and do it? He jumps, and Rain obviously can't easily refrag that, so gonna see Cajun. He wants to sort of go, but might be a bomb plant here for free for G2. Now they have to hold it. Dennis with a stunning kill, and Cajun's gonna be going down, and now it's a 4 versus 5 retake here. Bomb bits dropped. Carrigan taking up Fox, and that brings it back into a 4 versus 4. And they're still holding long. Carrigan is moving up while they're taking short as well. They're trying to see if they can sandwich in here. Michael gets the 1 kill. Dupree going down. Device around the corner. Nice work from Rain. Just crouching in on that angle. And Carrigan goes down to Jacob. So really solid work. That looked like a well-organized round from G2.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great gamble since they just had, again, everybody from G2 on Catwalk. Just that one initial flash. Smoked off Catwalk as well, and just, you know, that last flash that just blinded Cajun B that forced him to back off, that just left G2 with the entire site, and then it didn't really help that Cajun B also went down. But yeah, it was a good gamble in terms of the tactics wise. I wonder if they actually know that TSM likes to play like this, because they're very generic with it. When you have one long, one off a car, one CT spawn, and maybe they saw Ziptix even in mid just peeking, and they just decided to go.
Well, you know, it's one of those things with this team, still because they are, you know, that new lineup, and because of the different language barriers, that you always wonder a little bit about how it's going to turn out, how much focus they have on anti-stratting and all that kind of thing. But I mean, I talked to Michael earlier, and he said he was feeling very confident on a bunch of maps. So maybe they have been able to put in some work before the major here. Right now, they're only 4 rounds behind, so still a lot can change in this first half of the game. Device not going to contest middle too much longer. Bomb is in upper dark, though, so this is looking like a classic B-split, isn't it? Yeah,
they just threw a B-split smoke onto CT spawn, but that's just for a fake. You see there, if you just look at the minimap, that actually every single G2 member is moving into towards the B tunnel. Maybe just then it would just be a, you know, little tease over there.
Oh, Dupree jumping the gun down in the tunnel. He's going to end up going down. Device in the corner. No chance at all. Mike Hillele with a double opening, and Dennis picking up Civics, and it's down to Carrigan and Cajun B here. 2 versus 5. There's no point in even trying at this point. Even if they got an early kill, they wouldn't win this round.
No. I mean, the initial thought is, if you're CT and the terrorist gets a bomb down, if it's a 3-on-2, maybe even a 4-on-2, and you're nearby the bomb site, if you do get the initial pick, then yeah, maybe you can decide to go for it. But when they're all the way over at A long, I mean, by the time they even get to B, it's too late.
So they give up mid control and fall all the way back into the B bomb site. They have Cajun playing, they have Dupree playing very close up on the box there. I think it was, and then that's the earliest they know that there's a push coming B. They've almost no intel about what's happening on that terrorist side. Is that how Dust 2 usually plays out?
Somewhat, especially when they actually fake just the one initial smoke into CT spawn. That's actually a really good play, because what happens is Stipex will be the one calling, so, okay, CT spawn smoke, watch out for B split. That forces Device to be more passive, so he wouldn't actually necessarily just go and fight in mid. He will fall back towards B. And then you don't really have any control of the map anymore, because you're expecting a B split. But then all of a sudden you have 4 members come out from B, and then, you know, when Dupree went down the way he did, it's really not that much Device can do there. Maybe he can get one, but then that's about it.
Yeah, probably end up going down, so 6-3. And G2 bringing it back round for round here, leaving TSM in a bit of an awkward position, economically speaking. 1 M4 in play and 1 AWP, which they saved from last round. A couple of deagles picked up, something that Danish people seem to like a lot. We'll see if they can make it work.
Yeah, look at here though, Cajun B with the off is actually holding B. They have 3 members back.
He actually hits that shot, but doesn't get the kill, misses the next one, and he's running out of time. He has to hit these shots, and now they're going to overwhelm him. He can't stay alive any longer. Fox will take him out. Look at the damage being put out here to G2. I mean, they are dropping a bit low, but they just can't get the kills through.
Yeah, Cajun B with a very bad positioning, I'd say, especially knowing that he was the only one with the weapon on the B bomb side. He needs to take a much more aggressive peek, so by the time they do end up coming in, that you have the pistols just basically guarding Cajun B with their lives. So they can't even fall back, you know, they can't go towards car and start shooting him back plat, for example. But when he's all the way back in on the B bomb side there, then in missing the initial shot, it's game over already there. But yeah, he ended up missing 4 shots. Then, you know, by the time they even, you know, got into the B bomb side, it was already too late for TSM.
Well, Sip getting a bit of an exit frag at least, and I guess that's the best we can say really here for TSM, who are now up to only a 2-round lead. So it really looked, at least to me, like TSM was sort of running away with the game, but I feel like now G2 are reasserting a little bit of control. Michael up to 11 kills. He is ready.
Yeah, and we were talking about that before, about the scoreline. The first initial 5-6 rounds, it was a very odd kind of game where, you know, they just one run and then ended up losing the other one, so the economy wasn't really the best. Now, you know, G2, they have the money that they need, they have all the nades, you know, they have the up on Fox. So this is when you see that they start to roll, and especially now when you have the force buy from TSM.
Devastating grenade, but Sip and Cajun gonna pick up 1 kill each there with the pistols. Dennis coming back into it. No head armor, so Sipnix goes down very quickly, even to the Glock then. He's back into a 3v3, and because Rain and Dennis are kind of low on health, this is a bit scary. Unfortunately for TSM, Carrigan went down on Catwalk or in the middle really early on, and he had that M4 and armor, which now Device has picked up. Kind of wish he would maybe trade with Cajun. Capri also stealing an AK somewhere. So TSM, this would be one of those really devastating rounds where if G2 lost it, they know they should have won it, and TSM are going to be feeling really good.
Yeah, for G2 now, it's really important that you stick together. You don't just spread out. You need to stick all 3 together and just take the duels, you know, as a team. Because if you end up spreading out, you're just going to end up losing man after man. Because look at how TSM are being played. Dupree is, you know, in lower, and then you have Device Cat, so they have basically a crossfire there. So, but it's a good idea now for G2 pushing out long. And
they put up that smoke, and this time it covers a bit more. Cajun's still going to be playing right at the edge, and he hits the headshot on Rain, and looking for a bit more, actually almost killing Dennis as well. And backup's being called for. He has 16 seconds trying to get the bomb down. Cajun jumping and shooting and not hitting the shot just yet. And Dennis is the last man left, very low on health. Bit of 1 versus 3 up in that bomb site. Molotov raining in as well. Cajun with a really good kill, and got to be a little bit careful the fire doesn't spread, but looks to be safe. So a very, very upsetting round for G2. They kind of stuck together. Are they relying? Because that's the second time we've seen G2, I think, actually lose a round due to that smoke on the crossover at long being incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, that smoke in particular, it's probably one of the most important smokes on Dust 2, and you see it still to this day, a lot of teams actually failing that smoke again and again and again, and it just costs you rounds. You just have to make sure that when you do have some time before you go into serve, before you go live, to just double check that smoke's actually safe. And again, I think that Cajun B just replied to your thing there about getting a weapon.
Yeah, absolutely. He's there, taking down Dennis as well, and this is a clean-up round. 3 people dead already for G2 before we even get into talking about anything that might be going on. So now it's just a question, I think, of TSM staying alive with as many weapons as possible here. They've got the double up, so they have a lot to lose in a round like this. Fox and Jacob, well, Jacob's already gone, so just Fox, he could still do some damage.
Yeah, and I mean, it's 1 minute left. There's no way he's going to be able to even save his weapon, so...
Hunting down Dupree. Now, let's see if there's a reason they picked up this AWP on Fox. He is very good with it, but Cajun had a sneaky position there. So both the AWPs stay alive on TSM's side as we move into an 8-4 scoreline and a 13th round coming up. Luckily for G2, because they had a bit of a run, they still have money to buy even without the bomb plant here.
Yeah, it's just Dennis that looks to be in somewhat bad shape. He does have all the nades, though, and...
I think they drop him.
Oh, they did. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So we do see a pretty decent buy coming in from G2 here. Have a lot of flashbangs and some smoke, so it's probably all they need.
Going for a bit of a default split, it seems. Just not as fast as they were earlier. You saw Michael charging up on Catwalk. Maybe a bit of a slowdown here on the terrorist side. Michael, speaking of which, Darksaurus stands up right into the crosshairs of Device and ends up going down. A very unfortunate start indeed. And if they lose this round, the question is if TSM will pick up the remaining. I feel like it'd be a bit of a cruel turn of events as they've done such a good job already.
Yeah, and for G2 now, when Michael actually went down there, he's just standing there holding middle. You should actually have a G2 player just rush up cap anyways. You just clear it so you have more control, because then you can do so much more with it. Now you actually see the round we saw from G2 previously that actually ended up working.
Are they going to try and go for Device? They don't have a lot of grenades to do this with, and he's got some Molotovs there, as well as the AWP in the back lines here. Jacob playing a dangerous game, ends up going down. Device is pulling out the Deagle instead, and he's going to end up getting shot down by Dennis. A great headshot there from the AK. And he's now alone, and 3 TSM members left alive. Siplix trying to make a little bit of noise up there. The bomb will go down, and Dennis, he almost has to go aggressive. He waits inside. Yeah, they're going to come and shoot him in the back, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge him too harshly for that one. Very hard to win that.
Yeah, no, not really that much to do. It's a good thing that G2 actually got the plant, though. Device missing the 2 initial shots, but still ending up with the 2 kill, and just basically saving time for Siplix to actually come up and help him.
Ooh, bit of a sign there.
Yeah, but that was not CS related. What is this? Get out of here!
The 14th round is coming up, and there's a bit of a force going on here in G2. They got the bomb plant. What do you think about this? I mean, this is not the last round of the half, it's the second to last.
I just feel that they need to get more rounds on the board, so they just took a gamble. And again, you do see just that initial, just 1 smoke grenade on Rain and nothing else. I would love to see maybe Rain not buy even a Tech 9 and just buy 2 more flashbangs perhaps, so they actually can try and take over Cat. Because now you do see the Cat play, but they only have 1 smoke. They don't even have flash.
Yeah, so this is going to get very tricky, in other words. Good flashbang out from 4 people flashed. Molotov might be a little bit too late. Now they're going to get forced out here. And I think they know what they've just done. They've triggered the push out the Catwalk here. Cajun taking down 1, getting close as Rain, but he still goes down. And there's finally a refrag there from Jacob, but I'm not sure it's in time. Fox, last man left, 1 versus 4. And yeah, they're just all hunting for him here. The animals, TSM's crowding him, and it's going to be 10-4, 15th round coming up. So now that investment, they actually still have just enough to buy. So maybe that was some good math done there by G2.